Hey guys, MrPokke here, back with another video, and today this is going to be a very quick, very spontaneous video that I just thought of after watching the Zenless Zone Zero first ever release, pre-release dev live stream that happened roughly 37 minutes ago. And the topic I want to talk about very quickly is why do gacha games, or rather specifically, why do Hoyoverse games draw such a large demographic of gacha tribalism? And without further ado, let's get into today's content. Subscribe! Yeah, so like I mentioned, this is gonna be a holy shit. What? Die if I jump. Yeah, so like I mentioned, this is gonna be a really quick video, right? So I'm just gonna be running around Yingling and her giant ass abobas. And I'm just gonna yap. No script or whatever. But this is just something. Oh my god, this. Yeah, this is just something that I've noticed when I was watching the Zenless Zone Zero dev live stream. So essentially what has transpired in the live stream just now is I've noticed that there's a very big disparity between my viewers, my chat. If you guys have noticed from the chat activity, is that there's two very distinct camps of people. A lot of people are saying either Kuro Shields, take that Kuro Shields, alright, Wawa is dead. Or then the other kind of people is, oh my god, mid, as bitch, Zenless Zone Zero sleep, this is a dog shit game. So it is just quite interesting to me, right? Because I don't think I was very involved in the Hoyo community, especially as a content creator that recently just started out with Honkai Starbucks, right? So I didn't really play Genshin Impact, or at least not that much back in the days. But I have noticed that this whole gacha tribalism thing has been very prominent, not specifically to Honkai Starbucks, not specific to Wuthering Waves, not specific to Genshin Impact, but just overall Hoyoverse games in general. Especially when new games come out, there will be this brand new audience of people who tend to not too fond of the game, if I can put it in a more neutral term, right? They're not too fond of the game, and that if, for lack of a better, they are not giving the game a good faith, if it makes sense. So what exactly is this gacha tribalism? It is basically, my game is better than your game, and if you are playing this game, it is just an inferior game, period. I don't give a damn what the game has to offer. I don't give a damn if I'm going to be trying out the game. But essentially, this game is just an inferior version of my game. And that is essentially what gacha tribalism is. So before I started this video, I've asked my chat on why do y'all think this is the case? Because me, myself, I'm not too familiar with this whole thing. So essentially, my chat kind of dumbed it down to a similar response to MMO tribalism back in the old days. Let me know in the comments down below if that's what you guys think as well. So essentially, it comes back down to sunk cost fallacy, both in terms of money and time. So if people were to be exposed to new games, we do know that a person's time is limited. You can't play every single new game that comes out, right? You can only have 24 hours unless you're a content creator or you are just someone that is just still chilling, not working yet. Your time is limited. So you wouldn't have enough time to balance so many different games. So a possible theory for why gacha tribalism is such a prominent thing now, especially with Wuthering Waves as well as the recent Hoyoverse games, is that people have sunk in a lot of time and effort into these gacha games, specifically Hoyoverse games. You guys would have known by now, in Hoyoverse, $100 or 99.90 USD, it roughly nets you 50 pools. Right, so Hoyoverse games, let's just be real, it is not a very cheap game. And if you have been playing Hoyoverse games, Genshin Impact, Honkai Starbucks, or any of the games, right, you have been spending a couple of years into the game itself. So whenever a new game comes out, such as Wuthering Waves, or even in this case, Zenless Zone Zero, it might lead to a segment of the player base choosing to prioritize these new games compared to the games that they have been playing, which inevitably will make the game community a little bit more smaller, a little bit more fragmented, because there is now not enough time we spend juggling amongst these games, right? So there might be, quote unquote, the term of the game falling off. I believe this term falling off has been very popular the past couple of months. Oh my god, you fell off, no views, you fell off this game, oh my god, no views, you fell off, right? So I think people are inherently scared of this term, you fell off, or my game fell off. Very sensitive topic, right? So because if the game falls off, what happens to the amount of time the amount of effort, the amount of money they have spent into their gacha game, into Honkai Starbucks, into Genshin Impact, into Wuthering Waves, into whatever, right? So I think this has been a concern. And now that Zenless Zone Zero is coming out, people that have spent a shit ton of money on whether be it Wuthering Waves or Genshin Impact or whatever, what are they gonna do if their game falls off? It's gonna be a very scary thought because nobody wants to play a game that like, oh my god, my community is dead. This game is dead. Nobody's playing the game anymore. So they are very, very afraid that this might happen to them. And all their time, all of their money is like quote unquote wasted, right? Quote unquote wasted. And we are now in a situation where whatever new game comes out, I believe that players, especially players who are very dedicated to the game, they would want to, you know, they're less willing to try these new games because, hey, I spent so much time, so much money, so much effort with my old game that why would I try something new, right? So that is going to be one possible theory. I want to know what you guys think in the comments about this thing happening because it is not with Zenless Zone Zero, right? But it is just that Zenless Zone Zero specifically, a lot of my chat, they are very divisive, right? It's like almost like half-half. I just did a little survey. My mods could probably pull up the screenshot over here. Around 60% of my chat would be willing to try Zenless Zone Zero, which means that the other 40% of my chat is like, they are not willing to play Zenless Zone Zero at all. And you guys have seen from the live stream just now, a lot of comments were like, this game is mid, oh my god, sleeper, furry game, lolly game, and it's just overall general negative feelings towards Zenless Zone Zero. And for me as a content creator, frankly speaking, I don't give a flying fuck because I'm still gonna play the game, right? Because I believe that before I'm a content creator, I'm a gamer. I play League, I play Elden Ring, which are not even gacha. I don't care about the viewership times. As long as I'm gonna be deriving some sort of content, some sort of fun when I'm playing the game, I'm still gonna play it. So I don't really care if my viewers play or don't play the game. Yeah, but it does make me ponder why this tribalism is so prominent with Zenless Zone Zero specifically, right? Because when Wuthering Waves came out, I don't think my chat was this divisive. Maybe because I wasn't a Genshin Impact streamer, right? Maybe because I didn't play Genshin Impact that much. So majority of my viewers in the first place, they probably didn't play Genshin Impact that much, right? So I'm okay with that because Honkai Starbucks and Wuthering Waves is like, you can kind of balance both games together. But now that we are at this stage where Zenless Zone Zero is coming out, and let's just be real, I think quite a bit of my chat probably play Wuthering Waves themselves. And there can be similarities between Zenless Zone Zero as well as Wuthering Waves, right? They have the parry system, they have the dodge, team swapping. Although it is fundamentally a different game because one is open world exploration and one is like a little bit like Persona, a little bit, it's not really the same. But there can be similarities. So it inevitably leads to a more divisive camp as to will I still stay with Wuthering Waves or will I quit Wuthering Waves for Zenless Zone Zero? Not for me, but like for the viewers themselves, right? Because time is limited and you can only spend this amount of time with this amount of games. So yeah, now I'm gonna ask my editor to shift my attention to my chat on the top right hand corner of my screen. So chat, what do you guys think? All right, feel free to yap a little bit and then I'm just gonna read off your comments. All right, go for it. 4 gachas a day, true. Mid, 2 gachas are my limit. A boba, furry is good. Z. All right, so chat, okay, stop saying random nonsense. Stop saying random nonsense. So why do you guys think that Zenless Zone Zero has such a divisive opinion? Why is the gacha tribalism so big for Zenless Zone Zero? Just play the game you wanted, as simple as that. I only play this, I don't care about other gacha games. I'm already playing. I hate Hoyo gacha game system. Quit the game. So as ZZ better, mid character design. Aboba, not enough Abobas. Not enough Abobas in Zenless Zone Zero. I have a goddamn mind, my man. Have you seen the NPCs in Zenless Zone Zero? They are kicked up. ZZ doesn't have enough rewards, bro. Try, yes. Stay, I doubt so. Wuthering Waves is like 15% better. Hoyo vs Stigma mostly. TBT bad reviews, might have to say. I think because people already play like 3 gacha games. Why so much furries? Honestly, it kind of looks and plays like Honkai Impact 3 by 2024. Not enough to be a big, in my honest opinion. They remove lower level calamity echo drops. Insane. It's funny to hate on Hoyo vs for the memes effect that may factor in. True. Zenless Zone Zero trying to attract a lot of different fan base, so they are getting hate from all directions. Okay, chat's typing a little bit fast. I'm trying to keep up. Maybe the drama about the TVs make people talk more about it. Too many games to play. I'm waiting for a 0 Familia. Social dynamics and in-group, out-group prejudice gets far worse in the internet non-consequential setting. Open world ain't it for me, so I quit Wuthering Waves. Zenless Zone Zero bitch because of TV. I will probably try the game, but I don't like the gameplay. It feels like there's no depth behind the combat system. What tribalism? ZZ just kind of mid, Strutch, and it's not out. When it's out, we can see. Furries equals bad. When a game has a cult following, these things are unavoidable, just like any genre, also parasocial. It's trying to be a jack of all trades, but it's doing a poor job. The tribalism in every game, but it's worse to gachas because people tend to spend ridiculous amounts of money, so people want to justify it more. Oyo equals bad. Holy nuclear saying. Right, wait. Let me pull up this chat so that my editor wouldn't want to off themselves in game. In my experience, this is usually something that grandparents or sometimes parents say because they view gaming as preventing you from settling down and having children. In that case, you can pretty much safely ignore them if you don't want kids. Sometimes it's a significant other, in which case you should probably think first about if they are making sense. Are you neglecting other important things in your life way too often because of gaming? If not, then maybe it's time for you to have a TA. I'm failing to see the I'm failing to see the link here, but I appreciate your response. Insane. What does that have to do with anything? Exactly my point. Bro, I love playing Honkai Star and Wuthering Waves. I can't spend my time or money on any other game, and I think that is completely fine. I feel like if you have already found the games that you enjoy, I think it is completely fine, right? You love Honkai Starbucks, you need water, you don't need another game. I think that is completely valid because we only have 24 hours and you already spend time, spend money. It is what it is. It is the same reason of the whole Genshin Impact and Wuthering Waves thing, right? If people have spent the past 3.5 going into 4 years playing Genshin Impact and they don't want to play Wuthering Waves, then it is what it is. Because Genshin Impact is giving them things that they like, and they like playing Genshin Impact, and I think there's nothing too crazy about not jumping to Wuthering Waves. So yep, I can see your point. People don't have enough time, simply. Now, why would you restart from scratch again if the old game takes what you're trying to look? That being said, if you are a Genshin Impact player and you realize that the Genshin Impact simply is not enough for you, right? You want endgame content, there is no endgame content. You want more quality of life, there is no quality of life. Then trying out Wuthering Waves might be a pretty good attempt to find some sort of enjoyment, because I firmly believe in this. If at any point when you are logging into a game, it doesn't have to be a gacha game, it can be a MMO, it can be League of Legends, it can be any game you want. If at any point when you log in, not for the sake of enjoyment, but for the sake of logging in, it's time to go. Right? I think that is when it's time to hit the code, say adios, fuckos, and it's time to move on to a new game. Because what is the point of playing a game if you're not having fun? Your job, your school, your life already is tiring, stressful enough for you. So what's the point of playing a game if it doesn't even give you any sort of entertainment value or any sort of like engagement, any sort of fun? Games are meant to be played for fun, right? So it ain't that deep, right? It ain't that deep. All right, super life. Pokke was also playing. I don't know, he ain't married, and to Wuwa, he can stop playing. Oh, absolutely. I'll play whatever goddamn game I want, and yeah, it's great. It's great. It's called having diversity. It's called not being tied down to one game, right? I think that is something that gacha players can do, is that they are too bogged up in a single game because they cannot fathom the thought of trying out new things. Be it Suncore's fantasy, be it whatever, they're afraid to explore because what if something they try out for the first time is better than the game they are playing? That would mean that the past 3, 4, 5 years of their lives playing this same game will all go to waste. It's a little bit like dating a toxic ex-girlfriend from a guy. It's like the moment you realize that if you were to step out and see what's out there for you, you are afraid that the past 3, 4, 5 years are gonna be gone. And that is something that I believe is quite relatable. It's quite relatable, right? Absolutely. Hoyo family should be, okay, I don't know how people play the same game for more than 3 months. Okay, 3 months is a little bit short. You gotta show a little bit. I feel like most games, okay, I mean this genuinely, right? I just feel like most games around the 1 year mark is where like you probably get like 99% of the entertainment value. Like even I'm not afraid to say, even for Honkai Starbucks for me, at this point, I've been playing this game for like more than a year. It's great, right? It's great. It's not boring. It's not dead. But I'm not getting the same feeling of fun compared to where I was 1 year ago. And this can be applied to Genshin. This can be applied to Wuthering Waves. I can foresee myself feeling this for 1 year. But this can be applied to any game. I really don't think there is any AAA, and even Elden Ring, if you've been playing Elden Ring for 1 year, the entertainment value, it will inevitably diminish. So being open to explore different games and get the feeling of freshness, get the feeling of a brand new entertainment that you can enjoy for the first time again, I feel that that will bring me, not even as a content creator, but as a gamer, this will give me more enjoyment compared to if I were to play the same thing for the past 10 years of my life, right? So, yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, let me know what you guys... League of Legends, we're not going to get through that. Let me know what you guys think below. Let me know what you guys think below. If you want to join the Discord, want to come my stream, that's Twitch, all the best for your 180 pools in Zenless. It's Zenless Zone 0, a day game. Let me know, right? So that's all today. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.